Hello and what is up, optimistic family? I hope you all are doing superb today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to get your hands on the Generation 4 starters with a twist. So we're going to be getting our famous Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup, but they're going to be shiny and they're going to have rare marks on them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game. Now over here in the game, the first thing you want to do is find yourself somewhere that you can catch some Pokemon. That'll be explained here in just a moment, but first let's go ahead and catch some Pokemon. So in this case, we're going to catch some little piggies. Do you know what Lechonk looks like? It looks like the little pigs from The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I don't know why, but they do, and it's adorable. So yeah, we're going to catch the little Wind Waker pigs, and we're going to move on. So strap in, catch the Pokemon, and I'll see you when I'm done catching. I'll see you when I'm done catching these Pokemon. I do recommend getting quick balls to catch Pokemon because that is the fastest way to do it. And if you are anywhere above beginning of the game, it should be pretty easy to catch these things. If you are in the beginning of the game, I guess you could use a Pokeball and you could start with these Pokemon. I don't really recommend it because they are way too high leveled. So definitely try to do this like later on. I know this would be really good for like Pokedex completion and like in-game content such as playing online, but other than that, I mean, you know, it's up to you. If you want to collect it, you want to deal with them not listening, that's totally fine. You'll see. So next, after we've caught our 3 Pokemon, what we're going to do is check us out over on patreon.com, and that's patreon.com/Pokemon collection, or you can click the little join button down below to become a YouTube member. Now, if you do decide to do either of those things, just know that you're supporting me, my family, and the Discord server in which you'll actually gain a ton of benefits for if you do decide to become a patron or YouTube member. You can join for as low as $4.99 in the beginning. You'll have access to the Discord server where you can then get a full-blown Pokedex in under less than a few minutes. So if you do decide to do that, you could also join the Discord server for free, and that's discord.gg/Pokemon collection. Do know that your benefits and the things that you'll be able to do in the server will be greatly heightened by being a patron or a YouTube member. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump back into the game and get on with the next steps. So here we are over on the next part. We're going to nickname these 3 Lechonk that we caught. I'm going to check summary, and I'm going to nickname this Lechonk. For me, I guess I'll start with Piplup. So Piplup. The next one, we're going to push X, and we're going to nickname it Chimchar. Make sure you spell it right. If you don't spell it right, you won't be able to get the Pokemon you really want. And we're going to nickname the next one Turtwig. And there we go. Once we've nicknamed our Pokemon, what we want to do, and you'll see it here, I'm disconnecting from the internet. What you'll want to do is connect to the internet. So you'll see up in the top right hand corner up there in the game, it says offline mode. What you want to do is push the L button so that you can change it to online mode, because you have to be in online mode for this to work. I don't know if I can roll my eyes far enough back in my head when people ask me that question, but you're not my neighbor and you're not on my Wi-Fi, so you have to use online mode to connect to these bots. So what we're going to do is go into the Poke Portal. We're going to link trade, and we can pick one of the 9 codes here on the screen or in the description below. So pick any of those that you choose. We're going to do 1247, 1253. I like to shift between 2 different codes. Now, if you don't wind up getting the bot on the first go around, give it 2 more tries. The trainer that you're trying to connect to is named PKCL, which stands for Pokemon Collection, which is also the name of the Discord server and the Patreon page. So once we find and hook up with the bot like it's a bad Tinder date, we're going to give it something that we don't want. Now, that's unfortunate, and you shouldn't do that to your Tinder dates, but to these bots, it doesn't matter. So we're going to offer up the Pokemon that we caught, in this case the Lechonk, and we're going to get the Pokemon that we nicknamed it in return. Kind of see where we're going with this. Super easy to follow. You could probably click away now if you wanted to, since you already know the gist, but if you stick around to the end of the video, I can't say you're going to get anything special except for maybe some gratitude from me, and I appreciate it, and the community appreciates it when you watch videos all the way to the end. So if you want to let it play while you do your trades, that's totally fine, but we are going to look at these at the end, and we're going to show you the marks that they have. Now, you'll see that attention screen. I left it there just long enough. You have to push the A button when the the attention screen pops up, because if you don't, you're not going to get the Pokemon you want and the trade's going to cancel itself out. That's not a me problem. That's a Game Freak problem. They put that there and you have to push A when that pops up. That's killing a lot of new players, making people think that these videos are fake, but I've been making them way too damn long for them to be fake. So thank you for sticking around, giving me a chance, and using these codes. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. It gives me mild strokes and aneurysms whenever people don't believe me. One of my eyes actually fell down to my knee. It was crazy. I had to pick it back up. I had to ask my wife to take me to the hospital. It was terrible. It was and the skin was still there. It was all the way down there to my knee. It was insane. All because someone said, this doesn't work. So the next time, before you decide to do that to me, make sure that you follow the instructions in this video as clearly and plainly as possible. Now, you may run into an issue like this one, where the bot has no idea what it's doing and it starts freaking out and it starts trying to cancel or whatever. You might have pushed the button too fast. The bot might be freaking out. But if the bot does wind up exiting on you, just reconnect with it and it'll be fine. Sometimes that happens. Just kind of slow your roll a little bit. You don't have to go that fast. You don't want to go that slow, but you know, just a happy like A. You don't have to mash the button to get through the trade. So it's not a race, and these Pokemon will always be here. So before you ask me, hey, when does this expire? It doesn't. You'll always have access to these Pokemon. These 9 codes may not always be here. It may be cut down to a few less codes later on in the future. Because do I think we really need 9? I doubt it. I honestly think that the first 6 are totally fine. Does that make all of these videos irrelevant? No, because the codes will still work, and in the description underneath you'll still be able to see the codes that are working. So again, by the time you're seeing this, there's probably still 9, mostly because Legends EA probably hasn't released yet. So until our next Pokemon game, these Pokemon will continue to work, and even after, these codes will continue to work. So gotta give all my people who play Sword Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Let's Go Pikachu, gotta give all those people some love. And I do that mostly by owning and hosting the Discord server. So if you do want to trade with other bots that aren't just this one, there are more in the Discord server. So you can check that out anytime. And then we're gonna back on out of this. And here's Piplup, Chimchar, and Turtwig. We're gonna have a look at them. Piplup is PKCL, and I know what you're here for, so we're gonna go on down to the rare mark. Same goes for the Chimchar, and same goes for the Turtwig. And if you don't believe me, give this a trade for yourself. And so there we go. There is our rare mark Pokemon. Each of these are at encounter level. So Turtwig is level 59, Chimchar is level 62, and Piplup is also level 62. They are not level 100, unlike our usual level 100 Pokemon that you would otherwise receive. Now, if you enjoyed the video, click this one here in the middle, this little fella right here, because YouTube thinks you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like it, and I would love to see you in the next video. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for watching. And if you don't decide to click on the little video in the middle, do me the biggest favor in the world and stay optimistic.